Do you remember playing with Shrinky Dinks as a kid, or Shrink It film, or Shrink film, or Shrink Plastic? It all depends on the brand and their name, but I haven't played with Shrink Plastic for years, but I just did two things and I am now hooked again. The reason I dug it out was because I thought, hey, Shrink Plastic could be a really cool way to either make personalized charms for wristlets, gifts, end of a zipper tab, whatever, or we can use them to create the numbers for an advent calendar. You'll find a link in the video description for the advent calendar tutorial, and from there you'll find a link to this video because these are kind of going hand in hand. This is amazing to do with kids. They absolutely love it. Let's us go have some fun and let me show you how it works. Now, the first thing we're going to do is we are going to create a ruler. And this is how you're going to know how much your shrink film is going to shrink based on how big it is to begin with. So I'm taking a strip of the shrink film, doing this for like the fourth time because you couldn't see it on white paper. So I'm redoing it on something dark. And we are going to make a 6-inch ruler. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a regular ruler against this. I'm going to take a fat black Sharpie and I'll mark the 6-inch because we're going to cut there. I'm going to mark the inch marks, fat and longish. Then I'm going to do the 1/2 inch fat and a little bit shorter, just so it's really easy to see. And then I'm going to take a thin marker and do the 1/4 inch. Now I'm going to take my Knot Fabric scissors. These are craft scissors, and I'm going to cut this right at that 6-inch mark. Always keep your scraps. You never know what you're going to use them for. And then I'm going to write my inch numbers. Put 6 real close because it's right at the edge. And just for balance, we're going to put 0. Okay, so this is how I made it. Now we're going to shrink it. This little charm was made from a 1.5 inch circle. I have a 1.5 inch punch, so that was super easy to make. Then I punched the hole in so I could tie it on. But it's kind of small to me on there. So I could look at this and say, well, how big do I want it to be? If I wanted it to be this big, I would need to start with a 3-inch square. This started with a 1.5 inch square. This started with a 1.5 inch circle. They're actually the same size. They don't look it because of missing the edges. This is also started with the same size square, but it's that white shrink plastic. So it shows up better, but you'll notice it shrunk more. So you have to play and see what's going on and just test your plastics before you do anything that's too important. Not that anything we're going to be doing with this is going to be life-changing, but it's good to know. I'm just going to draw the lines that we're going to cut on in pencil. I can see it. You might not be able to, but I can. I'm going to cut the first two to make it a little bit easier. I'm doing it with a pencil. I don't want a color on the edge. Okay, so we have our 2-inch square, and then I'm going to punch the hole first, just centering it as best I can. It's pretty even. Put my thumb over that so that that doesn't fly in my face. So now I have this. Then I'm going to decide what color I want to use. Since I'm going to do this for my advent calendar, I'm going to use red and green. And so what number haven't I done? I'm going to do 14, which is going to go on green. So I'm going to do it in red. I'm going to try and fill the space. Now I'm just winging this. If you want to, you can print something out and trace it. That is the beauty of using the clear shrink plastic. So if you're not feeling as confident in your numbering, you can definitely do that. And then I want it to look, I don't know, kind of stitchy. So I'm just going to do little dashed lines as a border. Now this would be really fun if you were making this calendar with kids to have them use their handwriting, and then you're preserving their handwriting forever, and it becomes much more personalized. So now we're going to use this wood frame. This is just a cheap wood frame, and I use it to help keep things from flying all over. Now, this isn't totally flat, so it will fly under there a little bit, but it's easier than chasing it all over the tray, and that's why I use that. Then I also have this if I need extra help at the end to get it flat. So let's heat this puppy up and see what 2x2 does. Now when it's pretty flat like that, it is still not quite square, then I press that. If you press it with the writing up, you'll see that it will transfer a little bit onto your wood. Not a huge deal, and sometimes it will stick. Depending on how hot it is, you'll have to flick it off. But look how cute that turned out. So then if we compare it to our ruler, 2 inches went to 2 inches, so this ruler works great. Now let's see how it will look on the calendar. I love that size. So I think I will take red embroidery floss and put that in there and tie that on with a bow. If we're not talking about doing this kind of a project, I think this 1.5 inch size would be perfect to use as personalized charms. How cool and unique would it be if you sew something for a teacher and the child draws something on a little charm and you put it on that? So what do you think? Are you going to give this a try? Who will you play with shrink plastic with? Are you going to do it yourself? Are you going to be playing with it with your kids, your nieces, your nephews, your grandkids? I want to know what you are going to do. So drop me a comment.